Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Grow with Us. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about what is frame, the basics of frame components, the methods that we are going to use, and we have already added a button to the layout also. So what is layout? We have already discussed. The layout is nothing but it's a frame. In that frame, we are going to add some of the components or the containers things, and those things will have been inherit some of the methods and uses a class to make it as an object. So those are the major things at which we are going to plan a layout. In the layout, we have different types of layouts. The first thing is a null layout and flow layout, border layout, grid layout, and box layout. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss these five layouts. The first layout is null layout. We are not going to discuss anything in the null layout as we already discussed in the previous lecture that null layout is a layout where we doesn't specify any sizes. We only specify the bounds, like set bound of the button or of the component that which you are going to add. We already discussed in the previous lecture. And next one is a flow layout. Flow layout is nothing but like the buttons will be added in a flow type of thing. It is like in a horizontal way. If the first button is added here, second button added in the next right week. It- Next one is from third button is off right of like it is in a flow, like from left to right or top to bottom. And the border layout, when it comes to the border layout, we have the directions, right? North, south, west, east, and the center is also border. If this is a frame, in this frame, like it's assumed as a layout, and this layout will be having north, south, west, east. At these points, we can keep our buttons or components that which we are going to use, like panels or anything. The grid layout, the grids. So each grid contains one of component, like any button. So let me take everything is buttons only. So the grids will having a button. And the box layout is like the box layout is of two types of horizontal and vertical. So in the horizontal way, one after other of the other will come. But everything will be bounded in a single space. And whereas in vertical, the things will be like in vertical direction, but everything will be bounded at one place. And in later lectures, we'll use the things like how to have some gap between each box in the box layout. So without any further delay, let us go to the coding part. The file name as mylayouts1.java. So let me write the code as import star. So this is general thing. When you want to use the string components, we need to use this one. And the next one is the import java.aw.star because a layout when we are going to specify, we need to use this one because the swing is the later version, the hierarchical version of AWT. AWT is also being implemented through swing. So that is the major thing. So let me create a class same as thing. So my class name is my layouts 1.1 and next one is main function public static void main. So that is a major thing. And in this manner, the first thing that we are going to create is a frame writer. Generally JFrame with a object name is frame, new JFrame alpha. So let me create the frame name or the frame title by using the title set title method. Set title of the title name is like let me create my layouts. So that is the set title name. And after that, let me create uh, the size writer. Set size. Size is every time I'm given 500 comma 600. So let me go with the 500 and 600. And let me give a layout writer. Set layout. Now let me give the set layout as flow layout. We are already imported one statement that is AWT. So directly we can write a new flow layout. The flow should be capital and layout also. Okay. New flow layout of. And let me add the frames right directly. Frame.addOff is a component or a method that which is going to add one of the things. Like in this new J button, the J button, let me give the button name as a B1 as the first button name, and second button is frame.addOff, new of J button, and of B2 is the button second button name, and same. Let me copy and paste it like and change the button. So that is a B3. So let me save the file and it should be visible, right? So frame dot set visible of true. That is a major thing. And after this, I forgot to add one of the line that is set default close operation. Default close operation of JFrame dot exit on close. Let me save the file and let me compile the. So now I got the layout right. This is my layout. My layout is the name of the title. And button 1, button 2, button 3 are the three buttons that I'm going to use here. And I can close it so it comes to the next line. So this is about the flow layout. So at first, let me format it. Again, let me copy the total code because this code is I'm going to use for the upcoming flow layouts also. And that layout is like next layout. Let me take input Java dot string dot star. So let me use the next layout is border layout. So here I want to change it, nothing to change here in the flow layout. Let me change the thing to new border layout, BORDL border layout. In the border layout, the same things will be present. Frame dot add new button of same thing will be present. After this, I just want to add border layout dot. I want to specify it like we explained right in border layout. If you explain this one border as north, west, south, east, center, right? Like that, I want to specify the things. Border layout dot north. All are the capitals. Okay. Next, comma border layout dot. Let me give it as west because for my convenience, I am giving it as west. Next one, border layout dot. So, yeah. And let me copy the thing so I can easily give the other two also. Okay, this one let me change the thing as 4 and from south to I want to change it to one is center and one is west. After south, let me give east and the last one as center. So save it and compile it. So here we got the things right. So this is the top button. This is the north, west, south, east, and center button. So these are the five buttons. That is the border layouts. And the next one is like this is the grid layout. The next line, let me copy it and again is the border layout, right? And after the border layout, the new thing that I have is the box layout. The box layout is general. What we discuss is box layout is everything will be combined. There won't be any much spaces will be present. There will be in combined in a major things. Let me change the code to the box layout. The box layout, the only thing I need to use is to change the thing, the name of the thing, box layout off. The box layer, let me remove this and all. I can do again. This is the first one, right? This is the box layer frame dot set layout of new box layout. In the new box layout of, I want to specify something that is how the container should be present. In box layout, we already discussed it should be in a manner like it should be like container. In that container, we should have major types of objects or something can be present. So this container name should be presented. So one of those containers is nothing but as a get content pane. The content pane is present over here. So we need to add that one. So let me take frame dot get content pane off and let me give a comma and I want to specify the axis. Like if I give x-axis goes like this and y-axis goes like this. So that is a major difference. So let me give it as a, you already see the x-axis right there. So let me see a y-axis. You already see the flow layout. Let me see this one box layout and box layout in the vertical direction. Box layout dot y axis. Okay. So this is about the y axis. And let me add frame dot add of new button of B1. So let me give the same B1. And after that, let me add the second one and third one also. Let me add only three buttons is enough for me to understand for the understanding purpose. So save it. And before that, I want to change the name. So second one and third one. Okay. So let me compile the things. So we just compile the things. And this is how we got that. This is the layout of the box layout. So everything are combined and placed over here. This is about the box layout story. And the last one, let me explain the grid layout. Grid layout is we should have some of the grids right. So that is the major thing. How the gridding part will be going to done. So let me give the grid layout option also. So copy paste and I want to change the name of the thing. And yeah, I want just a one line of done right because I want to use one loop statements. In loops, let me explain. You already know the for loop right in Java. So I'm going to use the same for loop. So before that, let me remove this one because I'm going to use the loop is for loop. And here I'm going to use the grid layout. New grid layout. In the grid layout, we need not to specify anything. Just it as it is, how we use the things. But when you're writing for loop, int I is equal to 1, we should start with, and not with things like if you take to 6 and I plus plus. That is a good thing. But in the grid layout, if you want a number of columns like rows and columns, I want two rows and three columns. So I want to specify the things like two rows and three columns. I want to specify in the grid layout, and this is the major thing. And after that, here's the thing. After that, button should be present, right? Over here, I want to add. So let me see what is the output that we get. Compile it, run it. So this is how I got the box here. So box one, box two, box three. This is all the box. In this we have the buttons over here. So this is the major buttons we see. So this is about how the differences that we can see over the different types of the sector. This is about JFrame, how to create the frame we have discussed, how to create the layouts we have discussed, how to use the set visible method, set layout method, set default operation method and set size, set title. These are all are basic structures to the JFrame and also for the Swinger. So the major two important that we need to understand is Java X.Swing and Java.AWT. So these are very, very important to remember. You should also remember it. In the next further chapters, we'll discuss more. Thank you.